Hi guys, and welcome back to my first Get Ready With Me in 2025. Super exciting. It's crazy to think about that it's a new year now. It doesn't really feel like it yet, but I'm slowly starting to get the 2025 vibes. Very happy to be back with my makeup videos. It's been a while. I have been struggling a lot with my skin throughout the fall. I did start on B12 injections. I have talked a little bit about it in my vlogs, but I just haven't really found out how to do my makeup properly in a way that I feel like is nice and pretty. So I haven't really been inspired to create a lot of makeup videos just because I honestly didn't feel like my makeup looked good. And I didn't really see the point of making tutorials on makeup that I didn't really like, if that makes sense. I couldn't figure out how to make the product sit nicely on uneven skin, and that is something I've learned now. It is starting to get a lot better. It's still very irritated, but I'm doing my best. I don't really use as much makeup anymore because I want my skin to breathe and heal as nicely as possible. I do think it is because of the B12 injections, because I've seen a lot of people also having the same effects. Hopefully it will go away, but for now I've figured out products and a makeup routine that works well with how my skin is now, even though it is still a little bit problematic, but I'm not gonna complain. I don't have painful pimples right now, so that's a good thing. We are going to do a winter glam makeup. Not necessarily too glam, but I want to put a little bit eyeshadow on. But the classic, pretty, pink blush, frosty winter makeup. I love that in the winter time. Also, I'm super pale right now, so it fits perfectly with the winter aesthetic. So I have already prepped my skin and I'm going in with the L'Oreal True Match foundation. And this is a very light and mild foundation. My skin has not gotten irritated by using it, and it lays very nicely over textured skin. I'm then going in with the L'Oreal Paris Radiant Serum Concealer. And this is also very light and nice over textured skin. This year I have not really gotten the feeling of a new start yet, if that makes sense. It may be because I have been in my hometown and I've kind of had vacation. So now that I'm back in my apartment and starting to get back to work, to be able to get new routines and stuff, it's starting to feel more real. I think it's the 12th of January today, so we're actually half into January already. But I feel like the new year is starting now. So it is Sunday today, tomorrow it is a Monday, and that will definitely be feeling like the proper new year reset for me. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury powder just on the concealer brush and tap underneath my eyes, because this foundation is more on the matte, light glowy side, so I don't really feel like I have to matte it down a lot. So I'm just gonna use powder where I want to set my makeup. I'm very excited of getting the feeling of like, oh, it's a new year, I'm gonna prep my goals and set my intentions for the year and kind of build up that excitement for the new year. Even though I don't think it's like smart to pressure yourself to setting goals that don't really mean anything to you, or kind of push yourself to, oh my gosh, a new year, a new me. I do feel like it is important to sit down and reflect on how you kind of want to set your intentions of who you want to be in the next year. That doesn't really mean that, oh, I have to do this and this and this and this every single day. It just means setting your intentions for the mindset and how your perspective is going to be on life, I think. At least for me, 2024 was a very nice year, but also a difficult one. I was going through a lot of changes career-wise. In your 20s, it's really hard to figure out what you want to do and what you should spend your time on and what is smart to do and what you want to do and figure out a combination. I still don't feel like I have the answer to that, and that is definitely okay. I realized I focused way too much on figuring out an answer instead of actually like experiencing, being in the flow, and just say yes to opportunities. I'm just gonna see where the universe takes me. I want to create good routines for myself, and good habits. I want to set the foundation of who I am and then kind of build on my career, my hobbies, and like all of the other things. I think it will be easier for me to figure out where and what I feel like fits into my life instead of trying to figure out all of the other things that I think is supposed to make my life, if that makes sense. It was hard to describe, but I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. I also saw a TikTok the other day about a girl who was talking about how it is being in your 20s and figuring out your life. And she was talking about you have to love yourself first and like love who you are, and that you don't need the things that you love and the things that you like to do to be your career. You can do that as a hobby. It doesn't have to be your career. It's always, and it just clicked in my head like, oh my gosh, that's so true. She talked about how you should find a workplace and a career path where the job that you're going to do every day is fun and feels easy for you to do. And then all the things that you are very passionate about and that you love and that you want to do, you can do that on your spare time. That's who you are. Your career doesn't really have to define you, and that doesn't have to, the thing that you are passionate about isn't always something that you should make money off, if that makes sense. Essentially, she said that like your 20s are to build your character and who you want to be in life, and I just felt so at ease and loved the message that I wanted to share it with you guys too. This has been my favorite brow product throughout the whole year of 2024, and I think it's gonna be my most definite favorite product in 2025 as well. Since I am so pale, I'm not going to do a really bronzed look. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Paris Bronze to Paradise. This is in the shade Back to Bronze. And I'm just going to have a little bit of bronzer just to get some definition in my face. But other than that, I'm not going to do a bronzy look since it is a winter makeup. For blush, I'm going to use the Kaya Cake Pop blush. This is a very corally but poppy pink on the chin and also a little bit on the forehead. Not too much because you don't want it to look like you're sunburned. I'm then also going in with the L'Oreal Paris blush Rose Bunny Mine, or Rosy Cheeks. And this has some shimmer to it. It is gorgeous. I do feel like when I look in the viewfinder that it seems like this side is a lot more than this side, but I just think it is the lighting because it is the exact same in the mirror. Just wanted to be clear on that. I'm using the BH Cosmetics Curly Bible palette. This is like super old, but as long as you have a beige white kind of eyeshadow, I'm gonna place that all over your eyelids. I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here. It's more of a stone brown color. Just gonna take a little bit in the crease. Then I'm using the Frozen 2 palette. These shades are gorgeous. I'm going to use this shade right here. Again, in the crease, just to build up. Back to the Curly Bible palette. I'm going to use the white highlighter all over the lid. And this is what kind of makes it frosty, glam, winter makeup. So I'm just gonna pack that on. I have zoomed in onto my eyes quite a bit now, so you can see how I apply the shadow and what it actually looks like. Taking a brush and blending it at the edges. I like it to be a little bit darker underneath my eyes, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this shadow on the outer corner underneath. Then we are putting on mascara. This is my favorite mascara ever. I use it in brown and black, but this is the brown shade. I also cannot believe that I am going to the Sabrina Carpenter concert. That is something I always have to pinch my arm for. I cannot believe we actually got tickets. That is it for the eye makeup, and then I'm going to jump over to lips. But yeah, I lost all hope when 3 of my friends tried, and none of us got tickets 2 times. And then it obviously got sold out, and I didn't have any hope. I was so sad. And then my friend called me, and she had gotten tickets because they randomly put out a few more. And so we got tickets, and me and my family gifted one for my little sister, so she's joining as well. I'm going to finish off with this gloss right here. And it has a little bit of plumping. I'm pretty sure I feel like it tingles. But that could just be me. I don't know. At the very least, we're going to set with the Rare Beauty setting spray. And that is my winter glam makeup. For my everyday makeup, I do the exact same. I just don't put as much white glitter eyeshadow on, so it's a little bit more toned down. So that was my first get ready with me makeup tutorial of 2025. And I'm going to be posting once a week. I am not completely sure if I'm going to have one consistent day every week or if I'm just going to post whenever in the week that I have time. But it is going to be one video a week at least. And I wish you guys a very happy new year. I hope the start of the new year has been good for you. And yeah, I really hope you liked the makeup and the video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!